Every December we celebrate a holiday filled with traditions, songs, symbols, and stories we think we understand. But hidden behind the lights and the laughter is a side of Christmas almost no one talks about. A side built on misunderstandings, mixed-up histories, and myths that spread so far, they became the truth without ever being questioned. Tonight we're pulling back the curtain. Because some of the most familiar parts of Christmas, the ones you see in movies, hear in songs, and repeat every single year, aren't what they seem. In fact, a few of them come from places you would never expect. And the countdown starts now. What you're about to discover will change the way you look at Christmas forever. And when we reach myth number 1, everything you thought you knew about this holiday will feel completely different. Fact 20, Christmas trees were not originally decorated with lights. Look at your Christmas tree for a moment, the glowing lights, the sparkle, the warm shine filling the room. Now imagine the same tree, in total darkness. No lights, no sparkle, just branches covered in things you would never expect on a Christmas decoration today. Because the truth is, the Christmas tree you know today would look completely unrecognizable to anyone from a few centuries ago. Early Christmas trees were covered with apples, nuts, ribbons, and even raw cookies. Actual lights didn't exist until 1882, when Thomas Edison's team created the very first string of electric Christmas bulbs. Fact 19. Reindeer weren't always Santa's companions. Picture Santa's sleigh for a moment, flying through the night sky, led by a familiar team of reindeer. Now erase that image completely. Because for most of history, Santa didn't fly at all. No sleigh in the clouds. No red-nosed guide. In fact, the animals we attach to him today weren't even part of the story when the legend first appeared. Older versions of Santa show him walking, riding a horse, or traveling on a donkey. Reindeer were added much later, in 1823, when the poem, A Visit from St. Nicholas, introduced them for the first time. Fact 18, mistletoe wasn't about kissing. It was about magic. Think about the mistletoe hanging above doorways, a harmless little decoration we associate with holiday romance. But if you step back in time, that same plant would have meant something completely different. It wasn't about love. It wasn't about kissing. It was believed to hold powers people genuinely feared and respected. Ancient cultures used mistletoe for protection, healing rituals, and fertility ceremonies. The idea of kissing under it didn't appear until Victorian Europe decided to romanticize it. Fact 17. Gift-giving was once viewed as a problem. Now imagine Christmas morning with no wrapping paper, no presents, and no excited children rushing to open gifts. Not because people were poor, but because many believed gift-giving was wrong, distracting, and even harmful to the meaning of the holiday. Actually, in the 1800s, several religious communities fought against gift-giving. They believed it encouraged selfishness and materialism. It didn't become a normal part of Christmas until factories began mass-producing toys. Fact 16. The first Christmas cards were luxury items. When you send a Christmas card today, it feels simple, quick, affordable, and almost effortless. But the first Christmas cards were anything but casual. They were rare. They were hand-painted. And they were so expensive that only the rich could afford to send them. The very first Christmas card in 1843 cost the equivalent of several dollars. It wasn't until cheaper printing technology arrived that cards became mainstream. Fact 15. Rudolph was invented as a marketing character. Think of Rudolph, the glowing red nose, the guiding light, the hero of Christmas night. But behind that famous character is a story most people never hear. Because Rudolph wasn't born in folklore. He wasn't part of ancient legend. He was created inside the marketing department of a store. Rudolph was created in 1939 by a department store called Montgomery Ward to boost holiday sales. His entire existence began as a promotional character. Fact 14. Silent Night exists because a church organ broke. Silent Night, one of the most peaceful Christmas songs ever written, was created because of a problem. Not inspiration. Not careful planning. A problem. A church organ broke the night before Christmas, leaving no music for the service, and what happened next became history. In 1818, with the organ broken, the priest wrote new lyrics and had the song performed with a simple guitar instead. What Christmas song do you think has the most unexpected origin? Fact 13. Japan's Christmas chicken tradition started as an advertisement. In Japan, Christmas dinner doesn't mean turkey. It doesn't mean ham. It means KFC, so popular that families place orders weeks in advance. But this entire tradition started with a single advertisement. In the 1970s, KFC launched a campaign called Kentucky for Christmas, and it became so successful that it reshaped the nation's holiday meals. Would you eat KFC for Christmas dinner? Fact 12. Snowy Christmas imagery comes from European art, not the Bible. When you think of Christmas, you probably picture snow, rooftops covered in white, glowing windows and frosty air. But the original Christmas? No snow, no winter chill. Just a desert climate far from the icy scenes we imagine today. This myth changes how we visualize Christmas completely. Snowy Christmas scenes became popular because European artists painted what they experienced during winter. It had nothing to do with the actual location of the nativity. Fact 11. The first artificial Christmas tree was made of goose feathers. We think of artificial Christmas trees as modern, plastic, foldable, easy to store. But the first artificial trees? They weren't plastic. They weren't modern. They were handmade, from goose feathers. In 19th century Germany, people crafted trees out of dyed goose feathers to protect real forests from being cut down. Fact 10. Santa's red suit was not created by Coca-Cola. Let's begin with something everyone recognizes, Santa's bright red suit. It's on billboards, carts, movies, even coffee cups. So familiar that most people assume it came from a single source, Coca-Cola. But the story is far older and far stranger. Before the world saw Santa the way we do today, artists across Europe painted him in shades of green, brown, blue, and even deep burgundy. He shifted forms over centuries, sometimes tall and thin, sometimes short and round, long before any soda company existed. Coca-Cola didn't create Santa's red suit. They just standardized an image that had already been evolving for generations. A myth shaped by time, not advertising. Fact 9. Christmas was banned. Today, Christmas feels untouchable, a global celebration woven into the rhythm of the year. But there was a period when the holiday wasn't just discouraged. It was outlawed. In England, Puritan leaders saw Christmas as a day of unruly behavior, filled with noise, drinking, dancing, and everything they believed society needed to control. So they shut it down. Shops stayed open, soldiers patrolled the streets, and anyone caught celebrating could face punishment. Across the ocean, the early American colonies followed the same path. In Boston, Christmas wasn't a holiday, it was a violation. A day that had to be kept silent. Fact 8. December 25th isn't Jesus' birth date. The calendar marks December 25th as the birth of Jesus. Yet no ancient record provides that date. Early Christians didn't focus on birthdays at all, and centuries passed before anyone attached a specific day to the event. So why December 25th? The reason lies in Rome. During a winter festival filled with feasting, gift-giving, candles, and celebrations of light returning after the darkest days of the year. As Christianity spread, this familiar festival date was chosen to honor Christ in a way that connected with traditions people already knew. Fact 7. Many Christmas traditions aren't Christian. Look around at the symbols of Christmas. The tree, the wreath, the mistletoe, the Yule log. Beautiful traditions, but not originally Christian. Long before Christmas existed, people in Northern Europe decorated their homes with evergreen branches to remind themselves that life endured through winter. The Yule log burned to celebrate warmth in a season of darkness. Mistletoe symbolized renewal and protection in Celtic rituals. Over time, these customs blended into Christmas, shaping the holiday into the form we recognize today. Fact 6. Jingle Bells was not a Christmas song. It's one of the first songs children learn. It echoes through malls, parades, and Christmas movies. Yet, Jingle Bells was never intended for Christmas at all. It was written for a completely different holiday, Thanksgiving. Originally titled One Horse Open Sleigh, it was meant to capture the joy and excitement of a fast winter ride. Only later, as people began singing it throughout the entire winter season, did it drift into Christmas and settle there permanently. Fact 5. Christmas does not remove Christ. For years, people have debated whether Christmas takes Christ out of Christmas. But the letter X isn't a modern shortcut. It's the Greek letter chi, the first letter in the word Christos, meaning Christ. Early Christians used it as a sacred symbol in writings, churches, and inscriptions. Christmas isn't a replacement. It's a tradition nearly as old as the faith itself. Fact 4. Santa at the North Pole is a modern idea. The North Pole, a land of ice, reindeer, and a workshop buzzing with magic, feels timeless. Yet no early Santa stories place him there. The idea emerged much later, shaped by poets and illustrators searching for a place distant, mystical, and untouched by the world. A setting that felt both unreachable and perfect for a mythical figure. And so, the North Pole became Santa's home, not through ancient tradition, but through imagination. Still, Christmas isn't only about legends. Some myths involve moments in history that shaped the holiday season in unexpected ways. Fact 3. Black Friday's origin was not festive. Today, Black Friday marks the start of holiday shopping, bright signs, long lines, and massive sales. But its origin was far from cheerful. Police in Philadelphia used the term Black Friday to describe the chaos that erupted as crowds surged through the streets after Thanksgiving. Traffic jams, accidents, and overflowing sidewalks defined the day. Retailers later tried to change the meaning, giving it a positive spin. And eventually the world embraced it as the unofficial gateway into Christmas. Fact 2. Red and green weren't the original Christmas colors. Walk into any store in December and you'll see red and green everywhere, on trees, cards, sweaters, and ribbons. But these weren't always the official colors of Christmas. Different cultures celebrated winter with gold, white, blue, and natural earth tones. Red and green only became dominant after 20th century advertising transformed them into the holiday palette we know today. And now, the most surprising myth of all, the one that challenges the very idea of Santa's magical night. Fact 1. Santa doesn't visit everyone in one night. We imagine Santa racing across the world in a single night, delivering gifts at impossible speed. But when you add time zones into the equation, the story changes. Instead of one night, Santa would actually have more than 30 hours to travel the globe. A playful myth reshaped by science, reminding us that even magical ideas can hold surprising truths. And if Christmas myths can twist over time, imagine what has happened to New Year's myths. Those ones might shock you even more.